All right, Cancer or Cancer cross watcher, let's do a message for you guys. We have a good bit. I sat here and just started writing this morning. I tried to do it last night. Well, I didn't try. I did do a message for you last night. It's right here. I got 2 front and back pages there. But this happens to me often, actually, where I'll write and then in the morning I'll feel something completely different. So I'll save that for a later video, what I wrote before, and then I go with what I feel right now. I guess because the energy shifts, you know. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't to write ahead. Sometimes I have to write right before I do the video. Sometimes I write the night before. That's my hair clip just popped off my clothes. Anyway, so yeah, I just wrote this one this morning and I like it. Yeah, so let's get into it. Cancer or Cancer cross watcher, whoever this is for, feel free to reverse it if you need to. So somebody here is quite fond of you, just like that. This is an individual who prefers to use logic and intellect over emotional impulses. So I'm not sure this is even someone who's expressed just how fond of you they are at this point. I have no clue. I don't know. It may be, it may not be. I'm sure if they found it absolutely necessary up to this point, they may have already voiced this or perhaps voiced it more. So if some already have to a degree told you, they haven't told you to the full extent. Like if they've already told you how fond of you they are, they haven't told you to the full extent. Others of you, they haven't told you. They haven't expressed this to you yet. But something about right now or something's happening where this individual is finding it to be more of the appropriate time to express this to you. For whatever reason, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what about right now is making them really want to do it. But something about right now during this time or approaching a time where they're like, it feels more like the time. You know how you get that inkling or you get that nudge, you get that kind of itch, that, you know, that I said scratch, but that almost like a craving to do something. That's kind of what this feels like. It's a pretty wise individual who like has real good control of themselves. They're smart, you know. And I've been seeing this character visit a lot of my messages. They've kind of been popping in and out, but they're showing up in different ways. Like, they're not the same in the past few videos. They're different. So I think this is someone who's older. That doesn't mean they're older than you. They could be, but I think they're older. Like, they have they've experienced a lot. I mean, you can experience a lot and be rather young. But by that I mean they've had a lot of time to have plenty of experiences to where they may have a whole head full of gray hair or lots of grays, or they may color them. I don't know what they do. But anyway, I don't know what that has to do with anything, but that's just popped in my head. Well, they say that gray is like wisdom, right? You never know. Anyway, so basically this is a person who, they've got great control of themselves because they find that to be the best way to handle situations, which makes me think that they have some sort of business sense. They're probably very reliable in that department, probably pretty well established. And I only say that because they have learned how to kind of act, you know? Like they know how to act. They have to have great self-control for sure. They seem to be fond of the way that you carry yourself and also how you represent yourself. They can tell that you have a genuine heart, but they appreciate that you are emotionally balanced with it, which I love. Either they know you've got a heart, they've seen it, they know you like that, or they just can tell, they feel it. Maybe if they don't know you personally, but they've just been observing, I don't know. But either way, they think that you are an absolute sweetheart, male or female. They think that you are so kind and giving. I mean, they could tell, you know. But what they love most about that is that you're like in control of your emotions, you know. You aren't an emotional disaster. You're not an emotional wreck. You are balanced. I mean, they like that. They wouldn't want... This is someone who is... They like the... I guess I could say you have a lot of depth. They like that you have depth. You're not just like one way. You're not just like emotional. You're not just like too strict. You're not just too like sexual. You're a little bit of what they feel is a lot of things combined, and they're all kind of perfectly dancing together in harmony. They like that. This person may have met many people throughout life. That's what I was talking about they've had a lot of experience. They've had a lot of experience, okay? This person may have met many people throughout life who are carried away with emotion alone. Like, I don't know what this person does for a living or how many people the types of people they've met, but to them, the types of people they've met more often than not are emotional disasters and have no control of themselves. Like, that's what this person's saying. It's like paper being carried away off in the wind, you know? Like, have you ever left your windows down in the car, but you have loose paper in the back? And it's a really windy day and you're driving down the road and all of a sudden these papers are flying everywhere, trying to fly out of the little cracks in the window. That's kind of how this person feels most people go throughout their life. Just like disasters waiting to happen. Yeah. And I don't know, they see most people as having a lot of emotional insecurity and instability. They see a lot of people as being rather weak and individuals who like to see themselves as the sufferer. It's easier for them that way. This individual doesn't see you that way at all. This is something that they aren't particularly fond of, and for good reason, meaning people who are like that. They don't like that at all. They feel like it's I don't know, I almost get that this person also doesn't like a specific generation because they feel, that's not for everybody, and I didn't write that down, but it's coming to me. Like, they feel like a specific generation is, I'm hearing like a bunch of babies. That's not coming from me. I'm channeling that, and I don't even know the generation they think. But they feel like a specific generation are a bunch of babies, or complain all the time, or couldn't have, it's like almost couldn't have survived in my time, or, you know, that's why I feel like this person's older. But they can tell that you have great power over your emotions. I guess they could say they think you're mature, but it's different than that. There is this firm yet gentle nature that they really find interesting about you. Like, it's a great balance of everything. I'm telling you, they're in harmony. All aspects of you are in harmony. Some of you are very, very much connected to the elements, because the elements are within us. All of the elements are within us. So this person, whether they even are aware of this or not, they might be, they see you as having all of the elements balanced. Maybe not at all points in time, but as soon as one gets out of balance, you put it back in balance. You kind of stay right in the middle of things. Like, okay, so Earth represents our physical body. I mean, of course, it can represent things in the outside world, like monetary things and like money, finances, work. But I'm speaking of the body, earth that dwells within us. Okay, that's the bones, that's the blood, that's the flesh, that's the eyes, the teeth, everything. So they see you balanced in your earth energy. They also see you balanced in your water energy, which is your emotions, your unconscious mind, your feelings, things like that. They see you balanced in your fire energy, which is your passion, your drive, your desire. They also see you balanced in your air energy, which is your ability to use logic and reason and critical thinking skills and shit like that. So they love this about you because you seem like a well-rounded person. That's what they want to say. It took me that long to get that shit out. I was just trying to say well-rounded well-rounded person. Say that 10 times fast. Well-rounded person, well-rounded person, well-rounded person. Well-rounded person. I feel like there's something inside of that. Well-rounded person. Anyway, I'm not hearing it, but if you hear it, let me know. Well-rounded person, do you hear any other word inside of that? So, again, there's this firm yet gentle nature, male or female, whoever you are, that they really find interesting about you. All right. I can't tell if this is like a romantic thing. I can't tell. They're almost observant of you. It's like an observer. You could say they see you as well put together. Well-rounded person, same shit, well put together. Or at the very least, you're working on it, and that means everything. At least you're doing that. They acknowledge the work that you've certainly done on yourself. This too, they are fond of. They can tell that you've done work on yourself. You don't have to say you're doing work on yourself. They can fucking tell by the way you carry yourself, by the way you go about life, by the way you see things. They take into account all 4 elements within you, whether they even know they're doing that or not, or that that's even what we're all made of. Right? They're taking that into account. They're examining your mind. They're examining your emotions. They're examining your passion for things. They're also examining your body. So they're seeing how in balance everything is. You wouldn't have to speak from your mouth and tell them anything at all. They can fucking tell for themselves. This is a smart individual. They're good at reading people. They're probably an air sign, to tell you the truth. You might want to listen to Gemini's message, because Gemini, it kind of reminds me of this a little bit. So this could be a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius, but it doesn't have to be. Or you could be watching me, a Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. They tend to pay attention to things like that and like go deeper into all of it. But every sign can do that, because again, we all have all the signs in us, and we never know what we are and all this. So anybody can do that, but I feel like you're being paid attention to by this person. I don't know any other way to say it, because I can't tell, like, in what way, what's their reasoning for this. So that's where I'm going to leave this one, is we've just gotten to a point where basically you've got somebody who's taking into account all of the aspects of you, especially the 4 main, or the 4 aspects of you. They're taking those into account, whether they're consciously doing this or not. And they are fond of what they are seeing, okay? Whoever this is. So that's where we'll leave it. We'll just carry the rest on over to members, and for now, that's where we'll stop. So thank you guys for being here with me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.